Champion Hikaru Nakamura and Magnus Carlsen are always epic. People love them, even if they're not playing well. But in this case, it is the current second place to exact revenge over Magnus Carlsen, who beat him in Armageddon with the white pieces all the way back in round 2. And then we have Armageddon with white versus Wenjun in a similar story. Both cases, those matchups that he, not too long ago, had the longest unbeaten streak in chess. And I appreciate the reminder, because it really is just it adds more to the story and how mind-blowing it is and how much we all want that Liren to return to top-level chess. All right, Anna. Well, Norway Chess women, she defeats Wenjun in Armageddon, does what no one else has been able to do so far, and win a match against the women's world champion here in Stavanger. Anna really finding her momentum, finding her flow here in Norway, and seems to be getting better with every round for Anna right now.
Yeah, and I'm so happy for her. I think she already expressed that she's full of gratitude for being able to play here, for being able to be here. She showed so much solidarity and compassion toward Liren. She is just such a humble, sweet person, and I'm so rooting for her in every tournament, also because we are friends. I cannot not say that.
It's okay, you can say it.
The Anna power.
It's okay, and now we're looking at the board, and rooting for both of these players, Pia Cromling and Liren, but right now it looks like a little bit of a one-sided affair, David.
Yeah, Pia Cromling, Anna mentioned she loves to handle the clock. She loves to be kind of to keep some time up her sleeve for later, but unfortunately a slip in the opening has led to this position where Liren is simply 2 pawns to the good. No real counterplay in sight. White does have a very strong bishop, but in a situation where a win is necessary in Armageddon, it looks like Pia Cromling needs a bit of a miracle right now. Just that one slip and no way back. In the meantime, Fabiano Caruana against Alireza Firouzja. Again, it's a very stodgy e4, e5 Italian. This time, much quieter, and Anna looks roughly level.
It does look level, which is what Alireza wants and needs. He's got draw odds, but less time on the clock. At the same time, it's the kind of level position that has still quite a lot of life in it. I think Fabiano will try to keep the pace. He'll try to keep playing fast because he will need that extra pressure, the extra factor being the clock and his time advantage.
Yeah, 2-minute time advantage still for Fabiano, 1-minute advantage for Pia Cromling, but at least she's making a threat for the first time potentially. White's queen on the right side of your boards. Pia Cromling might want to deliver a check on the back rank. Liren fends that off easily though. Fabiano, he's got to try something soon. It looks like Firouzja today. The first game was a bit wild, but he took some really solid decisions. It feels like he's been in the mood to just try and shut down Fabiano here, and that's all that's needed in this Armageddon game right now. I really like Firouzja's handling of the position so far, but the clock usage leaves something to be desired. Still so many critical moments ahead.
And I agree with you. I like his handling of the position, but I also like the position for Fabiano in terms of being one that he knows well, right? This is not a crazy piece stack we have. This is an Italian that, again, I feel like I see those doubled E-pawns in games where Fabiano Caruana is on the white side more than any other human being on the planet these days, and we saw him play a structure similar to this in Magnus Carlsen, though that game, in his game versus Magnus Carlsen, though that game did ultimately not go his way. Here the exchange happens.
bullying comes in, where you just offer the trades, you force white to play subpar moves just to keep the game alive, and Fabiano has to move his queen away. I wonder what the winning blow is right now. The blue arrow tells us that was too complicated.
That would have been fun, though. It removes the defenders. Both of them, the queen on a5 and the knight on f3, are guarding the e1 square, so knight e5 would have been quite the fun move, but a risky one to play when all you need is a draw. King g7 is good enough.
No need for any fireworks here, Anna.
No fireworks needed, just to keep the time situation as it is. Like, Alireza does need to keep the pace, keep playing really fast moves, because I think that's the only way he will not win this Armageddon game, is if he goes really low on time.
I totally agree, and the more you see Firouzja move, the more you like the approach. He's just going back and forth with the king, pointing out that Fabiano, if this were a classical game and Firouzja was trying to prove a win, we'd have a very different discussion going on here, because it is winning, but it would take a minute, probably then Firouzja would find 95. But in this case, Firouzja's like, I don't care what my game review scorecard looks like at the end of the game with a bunch of missed wins. Forget you with the analysis of my accuracy. This is leveraging the Armageddon format. Black only needs a draw. And by the way, we're now getting down low enough that crazier things could happen. No. Firouzja brought the knight in. Should be good enough.
Yep, white can win the pawn, but it will come at the cost of further simplifications. The white king is now open. It feels like Firouzja should be able to force a draw within the next few moves. And there we go, he pins the white knight. The black knight is the one coming in. It's going to be check, it's going to be check, and it's going to be a draw. Firouzja is going to take the Armageddon. Surely.
Fabi down on time. He might just lose on time. Nope, barely moved, looks like. Apparently, 3 seconds. All right. Okay, and Fabi surrenders, gives in, he accepts his fate, which is a draw, and ultimately that means a victory for Alireza Firouzja in the Armageddon format. For Fabiano Caruana, it's a couple of decent days in a row, given that he beat Hikaru in the Armageddon and then